it up for Mr. Lothario.
Bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So listen, I got an email from a subscriber. I'm going to read the email off of this phone, and then we're going to get into this, all right? So it says, hey, Mr. Locario, I can tell you know a little bit about law of attraction. Now, I've been doing affirmations and visualizations practices to attract women, which it does. I'll use a day's worth of affirmations and visualizations, and chicks give me so much attention. They give me total cooperation, too. The problem is, after I attract them, I'll just be myself and I guess I'll do a certain thing that unattracts them. Or I'll call them a day or two later and they'll be on a totally different vibe. Also, doing affirmations and visualizations exercises for me takes 2 or 3 hours out of my day, which could be a little time consuming. Now, I've used skill, and although I might not get the same responses as the affirmations, sometimes I behave in a certain manner and I'll attract them. But the process is so unnatural to me, even though the girl responded in a favorable way. It kind of disgusts me. Then sometimes skill doesn't work well either. So my question is, what's more valuable to you, skill or mentality when it comes to women? Should I have skill like Tariq and Mystery and the RSD boys, or be mental like Corey Sky and Van Perrion? What's your take? I respect your opinion. P.S. I was on PUAlingo.com, and they always have their countdown of top 10 pickup artists of the year, or they'll have all kinds of PUAs. They be mentioning like 100 of them, and they'll even have statistics. But not once have I seen them mention you on there. What's up with that? They be hating on you. Just asking. Okay. All right. So, for that PUA website or whatever, or PUA stuff, I'm telling people I'm not really a pickup artist. People, I guess they can see it as that, but it's not. I'm not really a pickup artist, dude. I try to even stay away from that type of thing. Not that there's anything wrong with being a pickup artist, but I just don't want people to get it confused, because I'm a dating coach. So I'm doing overall coaching with dating and relationships. So the thing with pickup artists is that the pickup artist thing, it focuses a little bit more just on having sex. You understand what I'm saying? Which is cool, but it's like I'm focusing on a lot of other shit. You understand what I'm saying? Not just, getting you sex. You understand? Because once you know how to get sex, or once you're good at getting sex, there's going to be other things that you're going to want to, make happen. And, that's where all the other stuff falls in. So, and the thing is with me, I'm not concerned about being mentioned on lists and all that. I just don't care about that stuff. But anyway, I care about just, giving you guys the game and helping you out. That's all it is, really. So we're talking about, you said, what is better, skill or the mentality? Is it better to have the skill to, do these things, or is it better to have the mentality or, the mindset to attract women, or is it better to have the skill or whatever? See, this is the thing. You need both. You need to have the mental, the mindset, and you have to have the skill. See, I think what was happening with you were saying that, you would do the affirmations, you would have the mindset, and then you would attract the women. And then, but then something would happen where the girls wouldn't, return your calls, or you would do something to unattract them or whatever like that. They wouldn't be attracted to you anymore. And that's because even though you had the mindset, the skill was lacking, right? But then you said that you would do certain types of skill techniques or little techniques, and you said that you would get the girl, and it would kind of suck because it sort of felt unnatural you doing those techniques because you were just focusing on that skill part. And I think that's what even a lot of with the pickup artist thing too, is that they focus so much more. They focus a lot on techniques, and then these guys learn sort of techniques, but they don't really have the mentality to go along with it. So the thing is that you have to have, the mentality, the mind frame, and the skill. So, but the thing is, you first really have to start with the mind frame, because if you don't have the mind frame or the mind state to, the right mind state to be in, then the skill and whatever you're trying to do is not really going to work. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you have to first be the type of guy that believes that, he can get chicks. You got to be confident and all this other stuff. And then once you believe that, and once that's in you, once that's really a part of how you operate, then what's going to happen is that once you start dealing with chicks, you know, the certain skills or techniques that you learn, it will flow better because you're starting from a place of having the right mind frame. Do you understand? A lot of times guys, they don't have the right mind frame, and then they try these little techniques. They, you know, so people, dudes come up to me and they'll be like, yo, can you just give me some lines to say to these girls? Like, what should I say to her when she says this? Or, you know, and should I do this and should I do that? And I'm like, yeah, look, all that stuff is all good, but are you confident? Do you understand what I'm saying? How do you feel about yourself? Because what's going to happen is I can tell you all this shit to say. I can tell you, you know, exactly. I can tell you, I give you a whole script of how to open, you know, open up a chick or talk to a chick. And then what's going to happen is you're going to say what I said to say. And then she's going to respond in a certain way. Let's say she rejects you, or she's mean to you, or she, you know, says something off the wall, and you're not going to know how to come back to that, or you're probably going to feel a certain way, because since you're not confident, she might say something to make you, then you're going to end up feeling bad because of what she said. And if you were confident, what she said wouldn't have made you feel bad, and then you would have kept going, and you would have knew what to say and how to come back and all this other stuff. So it's a marriage of the mind state and the skill. You understand? You can't just do one without the other, because you can have the mind state and you can be like, yeah, you know, I'm confident, I'm this and I'm that. And then when you try to talk to girls, but you don't really have the skill to like go back and forth with a chick, you know, verbally, and know how to steer the conversation in certain directions, right? You could be a good talker, you could be very talkative or whatever, but you feel insecure while you're talking to the chick, so you're just rambling on. And I've seen dudes do this a lot. They just ramble on. They don't know how to really flow with it. And it's like when the chick says or does something or acts in a certain way, he starts to feel so insecure that he doesn't know how to really keep things going. So it's really about, you know, having that mindset, and also you know, learning the skills, and then that's the thing that's going to, you know, make it easier for you to make things happen. You understand? And the thing is this, is that, you know, you got to start with the mindset. You understand what I'm saying? You have to start. Even in my book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day, the first chapter is all about your mindset. You understand? Because if you don't have that mindset, it's just not gonna work out for you. You have to be, the mindset is basically the foundation. Do you understand? It's like you have to start from there, and then the skills and the techniques and all these other stuff that you learn is going to be strengthened because of the mindset that you have. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not about just having skill. A lot of or just having like the, you know, the pickup lines or whatever, or the witty shit to say and all this other stuff. That's cool. That's good to have that in your, you know, in your arsenal or whatever you want to say. But it's not really the thing that's going to propel you to the next level. Like, for example, let's say you have a dude who's a good rapper, right? He could rap his ass off. He got the skill to rhyme and all this other shit, right? But he doesn't have the mindset. Let's say he wants to be a famous rapper. He doesn't have the mindset of thinking that he can be famous, that he could be rich off of music, that he can, be a big star, right? So all he does is that he just you know, raps around his way and around his block to his boys or whatever, and, you know, do little rap battles around the corner. But he's not taking it to that next step because he doesn't believe that he can really make it as a rapper. You feel what I'm saying? So since he doesn't believe that, he's not really going to get anywhere, even though he has the skill. You understand? But then you have a guy who's a rapper who he has the skill. You know what I'm saying? He has, you know, somewhat of a skill, but he has the mindset of thinking, yeah, I can become a rapper, I can become this guy, become that guy. And he wakes up, he goes to the studio, he does a lot of shows, he networks, he does all this other stuff. And the reason why he's even going to network and going to do these shows and doing all this other stuff is because in his mind he believes he can make it, and then since he believes he can make it, it makes him do all these other things to actually go and make it. You understand what I'm saying? So the skill part is already there, but his mindset is the thing that propels him to actually keep going, versus the guy who has the skill also, but his mindset is, you know what I'm saying, like he doesn't believe that it could go down. You understand? And this is why, you know, I always laugh when dudes are like, oh, it's just about the looks, bro. It's just about the looks. And I'm like, well, you know, you got guys who look good, but their mindset is all fucked up. They're still insecure. So what is their good looking, you know, what does the good looks do? So even if a chick approach them and the chick was like, oh, trying to make something happen, and let's say she actually approached him because she thought he was cute, since he has the mindset of, oh, I'm not that awesome, and I don't know, and I'm scared, and I'm insecure, nothing's gonna happen. You understand what I'm saying? So even if he's a good looking guy and he knows how to talk, you understand, and he has like that sort of skill, if his mindset isn't to where it's at, where he's confident, what's going to happen is that if that chick doesn't call him one day or stops calling him for a couple days, he gets all upset, he gets insecure, and then let's say, for example, he gets back with the chick, or for some reason he gets in contact with her, she contacts him, since his mindset is so weak, then he's going to ruin the interactions that he's going to have with her, because he doesn't have that mindset to keep going and to be strong in those interactions, right? So both are important, but you got to understand, you got to start out with the mindset, and then still learn the skills and all the other stuff you need to learn. You understand? But you can't think that it's all about just the mindset and without the skill, and it's just the skill without the mindset. You have to have both. But again, start out with the mindset. Start out with working on yourself first. I'm telling you guys, if you worked on yourself, if you worked on how you feel about yourself, if you worked on your confidence, if you worked on you first, right? All that other shit is gonna fall into line, because all you have to do is actually learn the actual skill. The skill you can, you know what I'm saying? You'll learn that as far as like the verbal stuff that you got to say to these girls, how to go back and forth with them, and all that other stuff. It comes with practice, but all that practice and all that is gonna mean nothing if you don't have the mindset. You feel what I'm saying? So that's all I want to say about that today. And guys, make sure you click the link below if you have any questions, and I will holler at you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. All right, now before you click off this video, I need you to do 3 quick things. First, I need you to click the link below to send me your questions, because if you have any questions, I'll answer them in a video. 2, click the link under that to get my free ebook, The Magnificent 10 Crucial Dating Tips for Men. It gives you 10 tips on how to attract beautiful women. And number 3, I want you to click the link under that to go to badboymembership.com, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video tutorials every month. Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.